we go.
Good evening and welcome to CMH Field, where tonight we're back with the same two teams we had Friday, except instead of the varsity we have the JV. So Banks has made the trip back over to play with us tonight as we get ready for kickoff. Still trying to sort out who's kicking the who.
Or are we not kicking?
Maybe we're not.
That's why we didn't get the signals we're looking for.
They're not kicking. They're just going to come out and start.
Start on 25.
Okay, so they've done away with the kicking game here. That made more sense. All right, so it looks like Banks will have the ball to begin with at the 25, 1st and 10. Going to hand it off. He's going to hit the corner. Try to get a number here as we learn who some of these new guys are with the young guys out playing. So Banks first plays a run, gets out to the far side around the corner and picks up a first down. Puts the ball at the 38-yard line. Be another run and play up the middle. This time, a nice tackle to yard gain, maybe at the line of scrimmage. Still trying to get the number of that young man who's carrying the ball. I got nothing on that. Might be number 10, Andrew Brown.
Those light gold numbers are hard to see against
They
that
are,
light.
yeah. And they're just at the right angle on the field where I can't see who the quarterback is. We'll figure it out as they go here. Banks has 3 wide receivers our side and 1 the other. It's going to be another running play. Trying to get to the corner. Nice tackle there by Teague Palmberg as he meets the running back in the hole and puts him on his backside. Be 3rd and long. So after a nice gain on the first play of the game for Banks, a couple plays going nowhere, and bring up 3rd and 9. 2 wide receivers at each side and running back next to the quarterback in the backfield. Looking to throw, pumps, tries to run out, nowhere to go. Throws the ball low and incomplete to number 21, Justin Walters, out on the sideline. Bring up 4th down and 9. So now what are we doing here? We're not punting either, huh?
I'm really confused.
Doesn't look like we punt. Do they just concede and not go for it on 4th down? And now we go to our 25?
I don't know.
Nope. We're going to go to the other end of the field, to the 36-yard line. I guess that's our ball because they didn't complete the 3rd down pass. This is different than the first JV game we called last week, so we'll just go with it. Reminds me of a jamboree. So it'll be Astoria's ball at the 37-yard line.
You'd think they would at least have the opportunity to go for it.
Well, yeah, it was 4th down, right? Okay.
I don't make the rules.
Yeah, that's all right. Bad snap. Nico brings it in, tries to get to the corner on his own. Looking to run a couple guys over as he hits that corner and goes out of bounds. Makes a little something out of nothing as that ball was snapped high. So he picked up some positive yards on it. Bring up 2nd and about 6. Nico back in shotgun. Another bad snap over his head.
Yikes.
We're going to be lucky to fall on it. I don't think we do. I think we lost the ball on the bad snap over the quarterback's head. as Banks players there to land on it. It is like a jamboree somehow, even though we didn't recover it.
Did we not?
We kept possession of it. If he said we recovered that, I don't know what he's looking at, because the Banks
I'm looking
kid,
through the tiny little screen
Yeah.
on the camera. I have no idea who recovered it.
I mean, our kid tried to stick a hand in there, but Banks recovered it. So we're looking at third and a whole bunch. Still in shotgun. 2 snaps, 2 bad snaps over his head. We'll see if we can get the trifecta here. Offsides, no flag. Good snap. Nico's going to pitch. Good hit.
Ooh.
Pitch goes to Luke Cummings on the sidelines. But he gets close back to the original line of scrimmage, which brings up 4th down.
And are we going to head to the other end?
I think we are. I can't tell. Yeah, that's it. That official saying now we're going to the other end. We're going to go do it down there. Okay. So it looks like it'll be Banks ball again, back at the other end of the field. Huh.
I haven't seen this before. This is all new.
Yeah, and I'm not sure. I wonder how they decide where they're going to place the ball.
Yeah, where did...
I got nothing. I don't even understand how it's 4th down and it's the other team's ball. Some sort of modified Madden rules that we didn't know about.
It's new math.
Yep. Common Core. So here we go. Banks has the ball back after stopping us on 3rd down. 2 wide receivers split out on each side. Good snap. He's looking to throw. He's going to roll out. Nobody to throw to. And he's going to get hit by Nico and driven down for no gain to a couple-yard loss. He spent too much time trying to find somebody to throw to and caught up to him. Penalty. We do have penalties.
Take him back?
Yep. The coach is going to take the penalty. I'm kind of confused. Was that a holding? That's a heck of a penalty. It's almost a 15-yard penalty.
I called it from the spot. So.
I guess if it was a hold, yeah, that's what I'm guessing. He didn't signal. He just asked the coach if he wanted the penalty. So here we go. 1st and 24. Neither team going the right direction with the ball right now. Going to pass to the flat on the far side. 2 defenders out there. Number 13 and number 4. Tristan and Luke on the coverage. Make the tackle pretty quick. 5:48 left in the first quarter, because it looks like we have a running clock too. I don't think it's stopped, has it?
Not that I've seen.
It's just interesting. I wonder if it's because they just played so many guys on Friday, if this is what they do, because a lot of these boys played on Friday, because both the varsity rosters are not real deep. So Banks back in the same formation, 2 wide receivers on each side, running back in the shotgun with the quarterback. He's going to hand it off, coming our direction. He's going to be met by Teague Palmberg right there and wrapped up, thrown down for a loss. Garrett Hillard right there with him. It's going to bring up 3rd and a lot of turf. So look at the scoreboard, and there's that other to-go yards counting. It just
moving all over.
So is that the play clock now? It just went from 50-something to 40-something. So I wonder, is that a play clock?
Well, with the
That's
issues we've had with the scoreboard.
Yeah, I don't know what's going on.
Week.
I've never seen the down and to-go count down like that. That one's new. Quarterback's going to look to throw, and it's going to be intercepted. And we're on the board. Luke Cummings with the interception. Taking it back for the touchdown. So that'll make it Astoria 6, Banks 0.
So we go for 2, I'm assuming?
Yeah, because if you can't, I don't know if you even kick. We don't have any punts or kickoffs, so. I don't know. Sure doesn't look like we're going to kick. Looks like we're going to go for 2. They did stop the clock, so. All right, so Astoria comes up to line of scrimmage, looking to go for 2. We're missing a lineman. Good thing Nico recognized that he was short one guy in the line.
Generally helps.
And he's not sure where to. There we go. Yep. He was going to pitch it out. That's not going anywhere. That tackle did not pay off, bringing him out.
I'm not mistaken, though. 1, 2, 3.
How many guys we got?
I guess there's only 11.
All right, so now we'll see what happens. I'm just assuming Banks comes right back out to the. Nope,
I don't know what
officials.
yard line. That's the part I can't figure out.
Now where's he going with it? Because when Banks got it with no kick, it was at the 25. Wouldn't it be back at the
That's where they
25?
started the
Yeah,
game.
so now he's going back to the 25 with it, I think.
There we go.
Yeah.
Starting to make sense.
It's a lot like a jamboree. All right, so Banks now back on offense. It's no kickoff, just the ball at the 25. Same formation with 2 wide receivers split out wide to each side. Gonna hand it off up the middle. Couple yard gain.
Astoria is tackling well.
They are.
Nice to see.
They are. And I'm sorry, I can't give you. Maybe it was number 8. Wyatt? No, at least on our roster, Wyatt Hesselman's listed as the kicker. It's just hard to read those numbers, so I'm trying to tell us who's got the ball for Banks, but cannot tell. So about 2nd and 6. Banks up the line of scrimmage, same formation. Gonna pitch it out to our side. Makes a couple of nice moves. Gets past the line of scrimmage for a couple yards. It's like 25. Maybe I got an, and you know what? 25's not on the roster. So just when I thought I maybe had a number to.
It's that funny time of night when it's not daylight and it's not dark and the lights aren't working real well.
Yeah.
We're in that funny time of day.
On the angle that Banks is lining up at, it just. So it's not on purpose. I'm trying to get some numbers on the kids and mention who it is. If you're watching from home, you might recognize your son and you know who it is. Back to throw. It's going to get swallowed up. Nowhere to go. Pressure's on. Sack on 3rd and 6. So I don't know if we're going to march to the other end of the field or do they get a chance to go forward on 4th? Or does the coach just – I wonder if the coach determines and just says, you know what, we're just going to –
We're punting, so that's – yeah.
Right. I'm
okay.
just – maybe
you could go for it on 4th down, but then you're going to –
I wonder if that's the case.
You don't get it, you're going to give –
I mean, I guess
the ball
and I guess I would just go for it. I don't – no, we're marching down the other way. So we'll switch ends of the field. Astoria holding on defense, 3 and out.
That's what I'm not sure is how do they determine where to put the ball? Are they going X amount of yards? Where do they just have it?
They're not putting it. See, now he's going to put it at about the 39-yard line. But they weren't at the 39 on this end, so I don't know where we're determining.
I don't know.
Astoria ball at the 39.
Making sense to somebody, just not us.
Yeah. This is a good hash mark. We'll put it here. I don't know.
They have it at the 24? Is that where they had it last?
Yeah, they were down. They started at the 25 and got close to the 30. But I don't think they got to the 39. They would have had a first down.
That would be.
Because they started at the 25, and it was 3rd and 10 when they finished. I don't know. Good snap. Going to hand it off up the middle. Luke Cummings with a 10-yard carry, pick up the first down. At least I thought he had the first down. We haven't moved the change yet. I'm not sure why we haven't moved him because
looks like a first down.
He spotted on our side the 49, and that ball is up on the 49. They haven't decided yet.
The chains want to move, but they.
And the officials are still there. Now we're going to go ahead and do it. Nobody signaled for the chains to move. They got together and discussed it. And
I think the chains left early, and they wanted them to come back. Pull them tight and get a better look.
Yep. So now we got it. 1st and 10 at the 49. Low snap, picked up, handed off. Luke Cummings is going to hit the corner. He's going to be down to 20, 10. Tackled about the 6-yard line as Banks cuts across. Stop him there. I think the tackle was by Justin Walters. Took the angle and met Luke before he got in the end zone. That'll bring up 1st and goal. Astoria's offense looks a lot better than it did last Monday.
Sure does.
That first game jitters out of the way, and some of these boys got some time Friday night in the varsity game. That might have helped them a little bit too because they just looked a little more confident today. Good snap. Going to go to number 27. Teague. Palmberg on the carry. Trying to see where they're going to spot it. I don't know if he got much of a gain on that. Maybe a yard. .27 seconds left in the quarter. Astoria up 6-0. Knocking on the door to do it again. Teague's going to get the handoff again. He's going to try to get around the corner. Gets pushed out of bounds at about the 2. Got to the corner, just didn't have enough to spin it into the end zone. Bring up 3rd and goal. The clock stops as he went out of bounds, I guess, because that clock's been kind of running nonstop. So trying to understand these rules that we're playing with tonight.
I don't mind getting rid of the special teams in some of these JV games, especially early.
No, it can be kind of brutal to watch.
Take the time away that it takes to run those plays, and if it gives them that many more offensive and defensive plays, that a little more meaningful for them experience-wise, then go for it.
So now we got looks like maybe a timeout on the field. Well, you know, it was interesting because I noticed the officials talked to both head coaches pretty extensively before the game. That must have been the conversation.
Yeah.
Hey, tonight, is this what we want to play with these rules? And so later this week here at CMH, varsity girls soccer, Thursday against Seaside, be 6 o'clock, broadcast on the same Astoria Forward YouTube channel. And then Friday night we're at home for the varsity versus Tillamook. So those are the events at CMH this week. Varsity girls soccer on Thursday and varsity football versus Tillamook on Friday night. Tillamook lost on Saturday 14-13 to Milwaukee Academy of the Arts down in Tillamook. All right, so we're back out on the field. Astoria's got 3 wide receivers out wide, and Nico on shotgun by himself in the backfield. Nico's going to take it himself. Fumbles it. Goes into the end zone. No signal yet on touchdown or who has the ball.
I think we got on it, but it's going to be on about the 1-inch line.
Yeah, I think you're right.
Teague got on it. Teague Palmberg.
Yep. So the horn sounds. That'll be the end of the first quarter. I guess we have the option of 4th down right there. They're not moving the ball, so I don't understand the...
So it's 4th down now?
Yeah.
I'd imagine we'd go and not kick.
Yeah. But now they're going to pick the ball up and go the other end of the... Well, they would have to anyway at the quarter. So we're assuming
4th and goal,
it's going to be 4th and goal. Yeah. So we're going to assume. We'll see. Nico tried to punch that one in the end zone, and as he started to go in, the ball popped out, and he went in the end zone. The ball didn't. Okay, we get ready for the second quarter. We started the first quarter with 12 minutes on the clock. The second quarter has 10 minutes on the clock. So there's a new rule there. And it's raining, so there we go.
Well, that's why.
Yep, we lost 2 minutes because of the rain.
Yep.
So Astoria keeps the ball on 4th down for the first time. We haven't seen anybody go on 4th down. And it is literally on the inch line. That nose of the football is almost in the white. That center would just push off, he could almost probably drive it in.
Yeah.
And that's what they're going to do.
Roll, Nico.
And they signal touchdown.
Boy.
It was close.
Could have been by much.
It was not.
I'll take it.
So Astoria puts another 6 on the board, makes it 12-0. As the quarterback sneak work to knock it in. Nico comes over to coach to get the 2-point conversion play as the rain starts to come down a little bit harder. Now it's football weather. At least it's not that hailstorm we had yesterday.
Oh, goodness.
Holy cow. I've seen hail here, but that was a lot.
I was worried I was going to have dimples all over my truck.
Yeah, that was some of the biggest pieces of hail I've seen, too. And it was coming down 2 different directions
Marbles.
in my place.
I happened to be driving at the time, so it was
really bad.
Fun.
Yep. So here we go. 2-point conversion attempt. In shotgun, looking to throw. Going to throw it to a teammate wide open in the end zone. Is that number 8? Nope.
Or 6.
It's not 8, so you think it's 6, and we don't have 6 on our roster. There's a 9. Yeah. Conley Fromweiler. There we got it. We finally got it. We got to get the turn.
I'm remembering now why we brought binoculars last year.
I was just going to say, it's not because we're old and we can't see. That wouldn't be it at all.
No. I can generally see far away. It's up close. I can't read, but I do remember now why we had binoculars last year.
Does help. So on the 2-point conversion, Astoria takes a 14-0 lead with 9:55 in the second quarter. So Banks will take over the ball at the 25. Again, we're not, if you just join us, there's no kicking game tonight. Each team just gets the possession at a randomly assigned spot on the field.
At least they're starting at the 25. It's the punting I haven't figured out yet.
Yeah, we've got this part down. Well, Banks in that same formation, 2 wide receivers split out wide to each side. Low snap, quarterback picks it up. He's going to just take it and run for his life and pick up the first down. So it's, I think that was it number 8? So that a quarterback, or is that glare on that? I'm so sorry. I'm trying to figure out who our quarterback is for Banks, but sometimes too the roster we're going off of doesn't always match up with the numbers that the boys are wearing. Regardless, Banks is looking at 2nd and 1. I thought he had the first down. He must have gone out of bounds because I thought he had more yards than that. It's a nice run. Low snap. He picks it up. He's going to make the throw to the sideline. Our side anyway. Tackle really quick there by Luke Cummings, but not until they pick up the first down. Number 18, Cade Long on the reception. They got close enough to me I could read the number. So Banks picks up the first down. The ball sitting at the 37-yard line. 9:25 in the second quarter. Banks trailing 14-zip. Funky snap. Going to pitch it out to number 10 on the far side. Andrew Brown with the carry. Picks up about 4 or 5. Watch how that center holds the ball to snap it. He picks it up.
Different?
Yep. He picks it up and just
grabs it. Is it by the nose?
Yep.
One of those?
Yeah. There's no, it's not like where it's spin back. It's just pick it up and kind of toss it back. But somebody probably needs to work with him so he's not picking it up before he snaps it because he was kind of moving it around. Usually that's, no. Let's see what we got here this time. You've got a pole in your way, don't you?
I can actually see the ball this time.
There we go.
Just barely. Well,
he's moved it a couple times.
Yeah.
Quarterback's going to roll out, and he's got to get it out quick, and he does. Nice throw and reception. Cade Long on the catch.
And that is number 8 at quarterback.
Okay.
So
I
Wyatt
okay.
Hesselman.
So nice little play there with some pressure in the backfield as he gets it away and makes a nice throw. Yeah, I'm surprised the officials haven't said something to him because he picks that ball up and moves it a little bit before the snap.
At the varsity level, that'd be a no-no.
Yeah, because if you move that, you're going to get hit too. We know they're young, but you'd want to kind of make sure he knows that. It's a penalty. So 3rd and about a yard and a half. Going to be a handoff up the middle. And it's stuck, but he doesn't get wrapped up. Breaks loose. Takes a couple more hits. Carson Hawkins in the finish right alongside of Austin Brown. Luke Cummings made the original hit. Running back bounced off of him and went from 3rd and a yard to 4th and 2. Okay, so I heard him say punt, so they decided. Yep. Okay, so let's see what they do. So the coach said we would punt here.
Yeah.
So that's when they switch.
Let's see where they put it.
This is the adventure part. See, are they just? I bet it's just like a certain amount of yards
well, that's
from.
What I was trying to figure out.
So now let's keep track.
Okay.
So he's at the 27. So they were at
the 38.
Okay, so do the math, and we're going to keep track of it.
Throwing me off because it would be.
It's not even an even number as far as.
Right there.
Wouldn't it be at the 28 then?
They're at the 27.
So it's not even 10-yard increments.
It would be
10, 20, 30. It's like a 30-some yard kick.
So they're 35.
All right, so let's say that. Let's keep track.
That'd be a 35-yard kick.
So I'm going to write it down, and we'll see if that's what they're doing. Because we're trying to figure out how they decide where to spot the ball. Assuming it's 4th down. Nico takes the ball and shotgun, throws it out to number 4, Tristan. Tristan looked to run before he had the ball secured and dropped it. It was a nice quick out that lands on the turf. 5:53 in the second quarter, 14-0. Astoria up on Banks. We're going to figure out the rules to this new game yet. Looks like we're going to have a timeout. We're going to signal. Yep, there's the signal. So a signal comes in, and Astoria calls a timeout. 2nd down and 10.
talkative bunch we have here in attendance tonight.
It's a pretty quiet crowd, isn't it? We've got quite a few here. I think some Banks family came down.
Banks there's travel?
I'm guessing that. There's quite a few sitting down there. I see some blue hats on. Some parents made the trip to see their son play. Helps when they start at 6. You can get in and still get home at a decent time. Stop for some dinner on the way out. Weather's cooperating. You don't have to worry about that as you hit sunset. All right, we're back out on the field. Rain continues to fall. Nico's going to take the snap and pitch it back to number 4. And he is not going to get back to the line of scrimmage. He's going to take a loss out on the far side there. Put the ball close to the 26-yard line. It's going to bring up 3rd and about 11. So Coach O'Brien drawing up the next play. It's a small crowd on the sideline there for our bench. We're down a few boys.
Yeah.
Got a couple of them, almost as many not suited up as we have. Maybe there are more guys not suited up than we have suited up. So 3rd and 11, Nico and shotgun. Going to pitch it our way this time. Luke Cummings is going to try to get to that corner. He picks up a nice block. Tristan, nice block on the side and frees Luke for a few more yards. Picks up the first down with, looks like Devon Varin on the tackle. I hope I said that right. If I didn't, I'm sorry. For Banks, number 25, 24, I lost it, 23.
No, some of my folks are saying that, hey, I think they're using that varsity roster instead of JV, so. Yeah. Oh well. It is what it is.
We're doing the best we can.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, no problem. So 1st and 10. Nico's looking to pass, and he's going to get buried as he throws it up. Should have been intercepted, but it's dropped. As Nico got hit hard, he threw that thing up almost for grabs. Bring up 2nd and 10 from the 45. Gonna little sidearm pass out to the side. Tackle broken. Tristan tries to get out of there and gets up to about the 50. Bring up 3rd and 5. So you know, we did have a Banks parent come in and tried to help us with the roster. The only roster we've got for tonight is Friday's varsity roster. So if we're not getting the right names with the right kids, sorry. Doing the best we can when we also don't know the boys. And that's the roster we've got. So apparently some of the boys wear the JV uniforms with different numbers than their varsity numbers.
A lot.
And
Truth be known, we don't even have numbers for about 6 or 7 of our own boys. We've just filled them in because we know them.
Oh, nice job. Nico takes the ball, tries to get it out, pitches it to Palmberg. But there's a lot of Banks guys in on that tackle. I'm going to guess we would punt here.
All right.
So the ball's at the 40.
So it would be about the 25.
Let's see if we figured this out. So
just this side of the 25.
We concede and say we're punting, and the ball's going to go back over to Banks, and Banks will take over on offense. And we'll see if we figured out the formula. Yep, I think we have. What do you know?
Oh.
So that solves that mystery.
He cheated him the length of the football, though.
Oh, man.
The ball should be just this side
of
the 25. He put it on the other side.
Well, we'll see if
Hometown refs.
We'll see if that pays off. Well, since we don't even know who's running or throwing the ball for Banks.
Yeah, the only roster I have is one I printed off myself from OSAA's website. So.
Yeah, and the two that we have from Friday night have the same exact numbers listed as we've got. So, well, again, hopefully if you're watching from home, you know who your son is. We're going to go deep here on a throw, and we've got a guy out there wide open.
Uh-oh.
Oh, did he ever go down? It's a nice catch. Number 23 gets behind the defense on a nice throw.
I guess he just barely touched that knee.
Yeah, because I didn't know if he went down because he got loose, but the official blew the whistle.
He didn't argue.
Nope.
He didn't have any.
Kept him from getting hurt, if nothing else. So Banks is on the other side of the 50 at the 46-yard line of Astoria on a nice pass play. Brings up 1st and 10 from there. 2:11 left in the quarter. That clock is running quickly. Going to pitch it out to the side. 24, I think, on the carry. He's going to hit the corner. Finally gets tackled out there about the 25-yard line. Another first down for Banks as they're starting to get in a groove here. Banks up to the line of scrimmage. Looking at 1st and 10 from the 25. Going to throw it over the middle. Banks makes the catch, and he's going to drag a defender another couple yards. Great effort. Timeout Banks after that play. Going to pick up 6, 7. Can't tell where he's going to stop there. He picked up about 9 yards on that play.
Ran for 5 and hopped for 4.
Yeah. Defender around his ankles. He's just, hold on. I'm going to drag you along the wet turf. So a minute 14 left in the quarter. Banks takes the timeout. Wanting to get some points here before the half. One of the fastest first halves. We're sitting at 40 minutes since we kicked off, and we're already through almost the first half. The rain starts to pick up again as we can hear it pounding on the tin roof. Both teams back out in the field after the Banks timeout. Banks ball looking at 2nd and about 1 from the 16. Number 8 quarterback rolls out. He's looking to throw it. Got to throw it back across his body. Hits his wide receiver in the hands. Bounces off his chest and lands on the turf for an incomplete pass. Bring up 3rd and 1. Banks will switch out that ball because it's getting wet.
Yeah, that ball's got to be getting a little bit slippery by now.
Yeah. So, young man with the towel on the sidelines trying to keep him dry, and they swap it out. By the time the officials put it on the turf and Banks breaks the huddle, that one will be just as wet as the one that came in.
Yeah.
I'm guessing here this would be 2 down territory. We're looking at a 3rd and 1. Banks has 2 wide receivers split out wide to each side. Going to be a handoff. No, he's going to take it back from him. Breaks loose from the tackle. Now he's going to throw.
Still looking to
He's
throw.
got every kind of play going, and it works for the touchdown. Quarterback handed off, pulled it back out.
Here in that
Should have been sacked. Rolled out. Found a guy wide open in the end zone.
He deserves every bit of those 6
Nice
points.
play by number 8. Since we don't have the numbers that match the names, we'll just give you a number. But a nice play.
He
Puts-
earned every one
Yes,
of
he
those
did.
6.
Banks on the board. It's a nice effort. Nice effort. That's why they tell you to wrap up and make that tackle,
Yeah.
because they had him for a loss. .56 seconds left in the half. Banks looking to go for 2. Going to throw it. Going to get almost intercepted. I don't know if they allow you to return it for the 2.
I don't know at this level.
I don't know what they would have done. I think Luke was thinking return it for the 2.
Yeah.
Regardless, it falls to the turf. Score stays 14-6. Astoria up right now. Almost
All the
halftime.
way-
Hey, go all the way.
No,
These are
we'll stay right here.
it'll almost just be easier to just stay. It's
We'll stay right here at the 25. Going the other way.
So Astoria takes over with 56 seconds left. Let's see what they can do in their 1-minute drill. Banks is just a little bit deeper on their bench. They have a few guys that are coming in and out. We're darn thin sitting over on the bench. Nico's going to pitch it our way. Luke Cummings cuts back up the middle. Picks up a few yards. Clock running. And there we have a whistle blow, and I'm guessing timeout Astoria. All right, both teams back out on field after the timeout. Good at second at about 8. Nico and shotgun looks to pitch, comes our way with it. Not sure if that didn't kind of get a little messed up because he looked to pitch before there was anybody going. Luke takes it out to about the 35, waiting for a signal, see if he picked up the first down. Must be just a little bit short. Not sure how when the ball started on the 25 and now sits on the 35, but 3rd and inches. Clock running, 26 seconds left. Going to look to throw, and he's got a guy out there. If he can catch it, he's got a touchdown. Conley Fromweiler on the catch and touchdown with 15 seconds left in the half. Got behind the defense. Nico hit him in stride. Nice catch and run.
Conley looked really fast just
He
now.
did, running for his life. 20-6. So Astoria lines up to go for two. Luke Cummings in the backfield. Garrett Hillard. We're going to hand off to Cummings up the middle. And he's going to take it in for two. Makes the score 22-6, Astoria, with seconds left in the first half. So Banks will take over at the 25. 15 seconds left. See what they decide to do. Coaches are having their safeties back up a little bit. Give them lots of room here and not get beat deep. So Banks up to the line of scrimmage. We'll just see what they have called. As coach had the safeties back up, they slowly creeped back in. Will Huffman chasing quarterback. He's going to try to throw as he gets wrapped up. Will Miller wraps him up, takes him down as he throws it. Number 8, the quarterback for Banks, gets it out in time. Falls incomplete with 6 seconds left. So Banks has time for probably one more play. A much cleaner first half this week than compared to last week against Seaside. Handoff's going to go up the middle. It's about the 30, gets tripped up, goes down at 34 as the horn sounds, and that'll end the half. Be back at the beginning of the second half. Dang, we had a great halftime entertainment show, but we realized our mics were muted, so sorry you missed it.
Well, we thought it was great.
It was really good. The crowd was cheering. The guys came out of the locker room to watch. Officials were impressed. And nobody heard it.
Nobody heard it. Sorry, Trey.
Well, here we go with 10 minutes on the clock. Third quarter about to start. Astoria has the ball on the 25. Up 22-6. With the rain continuing to fall at CMH Field. Good snap, and the handoff goes up the middle.
By the shirt.
It looked like a nice drill that we were running there as Luke Cummings takes the handoff and drags the guy by his jersey. Lucas, if you're still listening, you didn't come find me to tell me the score of Friday's game, so you can post it in the chat all you want, buddy, but you still have to come find me at school. You can't claim your reward if you don't come find me.
No soup for you.
No soup for you. Two other people did. Two other people were listed on Friday for our trivia and came to school today to claim it. Cummings, after the 5-yard gain, puts the ball at the 30. Second down. Going to hand off and go to him again. This time he's going to hit that corner. He's going to get a whole bunch more than 5. And he's got a little speed, and he's down the sidelines, and he is going to be gone. Didn't go out of bounds, and it's Luke Cummings with the touchdown, 70-yard run. Just like that. Astoria put 6 more on the board. Nice job.
Yeah, he can run.
Hey, he got that corner and looked good. It's a good way to come out after the half and put 6 more on the board. Nico comes over to Coach O'Brien, and Coach O'Brien dials up a fancy trick play for a 2-point conversion. Can feel it. Still on the whiteboard in the locker room. He said we're going to come out and score, and here's what we're going to do for the 2-point. Astoria spread out wide with wide receivers. Teague in the backfield with Nico. Nico's going to keep it himself, just like Coach drew it up, and walk in the end zone for the 2-point conversion. So just like that, 30-6. Astoria takes a nice lead with 9:05 in the third. Banks soon to respond with the ball at their 25. And Junior, if you're still watching and you posted in the chat, this is not the varsity. This is the JV Astoria Banks game on a Monday night in March.
In March.
In March. During baseball
I
season.
don't know why I had it in my head that March would be a little warmer. I should have known March is always wet. But
Yeah, because we're usually out on the baseball field thinking, yeah, it's spring, it's baseball, and dang, it's cold, and this isn't fun. Hurting your hands while you're trying to hit the fungo. All right, Banks is ready to go. 3 wide receivers out wide to the far side, 1 on this near side. Handoff goes to number 10. He's trying to get that far side around the corner. Flag comes flying in.
Whoa.
Hits a kid in the back.
He threw that a long ways.
He threw the flag further than the kid threw the ball.
It's going to be holding.
He was ticked.
That was a good throw. Didn't they?
Did he throw it at the guy that was holding? It was like dodgeball with the flag. So that ball's going to get come back from that run and have about 10 yards from the spot marked off. Going to bring up first and
20?
well over 20, huh? Close to 20. Stop the clock with 8:57. I was kind of hoping they'd just have the running clock. There we go. There's what I wanted to hear. There's the whistle, and the clock does start back up. I'm still confused on why the on the scoreboard. The
it's doing it again.
The down marker is it's a 70 and then 60. Anyway, the clock's just really weird on the scoreboard tonight. Banks looking at first and a 20. Going to go drop back to pass. Hits his wide receiver out on that far side. Gets buried at about 4 yards out. Matt Evans comes off the field a little gimpy. Coming to the sidelines there for Astoria. Coach Linky pats him on the head and says, "You'll be fine. You're going back out in a second." Second down and still a bunch for Banks as they're in shotgun. 2 wide receivers out each side. Low snap. He's looking to throw. Throws it out to our side. Should have been intercepted, but it's dropped instead and just an incomplete pass. It's a long ways to throw it. Out here to the side line and just came up a little short. Jamar Astoria is going to play Tillamook here at home. You see it in the chat if you're still listening. We have Tillamook coming here. Tillamook played on Saturday at home at noon against Milwaukee, and they lost 14-13. So they'll be traveling up here to play on Friday. Quarterback's going to roll out to our side and look to throw it again in traffic. And the Banks receiver comes up with the ball. They all look at each other like, who's got it? He took off running. Nice gain out to the 50 by number 11. That was great. 4 guys in the area. Banks kid catches it, spins out of it, and nobody realizes he had the ball. Risky pass in traffic, but he made a nice catch and run. Pick up the first down after that big hole they dug themselves into and puts the ball out at the 50. This would sound really bad if I complained about it being cold when we're in a booth with the heater, but my hands are getting cold.
I'm feeling it all the time.
It's really rough compared to those guys out on the field in the rain. Banks looking at first and 10. 7 minutes left in the quarter from the 50. Nice block. Quarterback's going to roll out. Look to throw again. Nice. Ball's tipped.
Oh, he didn't get the feed.
Oh, you only have to have one in, official. Sure looked like you got it.
Boy,
Banks wide receiver tiptoes on the sidelines, catches it off the tip.
He must have had one on the sideline already.
It was a great effort. I thought he had it. It's like, dang, give the kid the catch.
Rain's going to pick up now.
Yeah, I can hear it hitting the roof above us and looking at the light across the way. It's coming down pretty good.
The rain is drowning out the sound of the frogs.
It's like, whew, it's making it colder for me. 2nd and 10 from the 50. Low snap picked up. Blitz is on. That's covered as Banks wide receiver catches it and has a nice run after the catch for about 14 yards. Number 24 on the reception and run. So Banks is moving the ball with efficiency right now. Astoria brought a little bit of heat. Palmberg was up the middle, but just a step late as he got to the quarterback. The ball was already out. Missing not having a concession stand.
I know.
Smell of burnt hot dogs and popcorn. Nowhere to be found. Banks with the ball 1st and 10 from about the 36. Quarterback drops back. He's feeling it. He's been hitting his wide receiver. Nice ball out there to the 15. Dropped it right over the top of the defense. Nice pass.
That was a nice pass.
A little catch and run and stride and takes the ball down to the 10. Said Banks is moving the ball really well right now. I'm going to guess, too, Astoria's defense is going to start getting tired because they're trying to sub some guys in and out, but they just are real limited with the bench. I count 5 boys down there. 4 boys. 4 boys suited up for subs. 5. There's another one. Yep. So they're getting a little tired. So Banks first and 10 from the 10. Going to pitch it out. Wrapped up at the 10-yard line for no gain. Bring up second down.
Sven,
I'll say Sven on the tackle. He's having none of that. And that rain is coming down hard now.
now.
The only thing we're missing some wind to really push it around. So Banks back up line of scrimmage. Second 10 from the 10. Second goal. Looking to punch one in here. Going to throw it to the far sidelines. Just a little bit high. That ball's got to be getting wet. Falls incomplete. Keep it sitting at the 10-yard line. Third down. Let's see what Banks has dialed up here. Third and 10, needing some points. Probably 2 down territory here. He's going to throw it out to the flat, off the fingertips of his wide receiver. Falls incomplete. Bring up 4th and 10 with 5:28 in the third quarter. Coach is making sure the safeties understand they've got to get in the end zone on this play. It's 4th and goal. Don't let anything get in front of you. So here we go. Banks going for it on 4th down. Got to get in the end zone to keep this drive from stalling right there. And we're going to have a timeout. Banks' formation did not go as coach just planned, and he is, needless to say, a little bit ticked. I can hear him. So timeout on the field as the rain slows down a little bit. We'll have to probably print out should just do it and have it posted in here, a Quappa League schedule, so we know who all the teams are playing each Friday. Let's see what we got there now. Jamar, you're right. It was not raining this hard on Friday. And I could see why you as a player would not like that. For us, it's it's just something to talk about. But yeah. Oh, yeah.
So we've got Tillamook.
All right.
Banks is at Valley Catholic.
Okay.
Which would leave Seaside,
Milwaukee.
and Milwaukee.
I don't know where that one's at, but
I'm not sure where that one is either.
Jamar, I'll tell you, there was a game here against, I'm sure it was against you guys. It would have, and I talk like Jamar sitting here next to us. He's typing in the chat, sitting at home watching. But there was a game played here, I don't know, 6 years ago or so, and it was coming down 3 different directions. Banks has the ball. We'll get back to my fun story. He's going to throw it to the end zone. Oh my goodness. Another tip drill. They're going to say no good.
Down.
Ball's thrown back to the end zone, tipped by Astoria, and he caught it, but not in the end zone. So it should be Astoria ball right back at the other end, right? Yep, okay. Good effort.
Well, they didn't score, so they're going to take it right there.
Well,
that'd be a 4th down play.
That was 4th, so don't we take it back out?
Only if they'd scored.
Okay. But that's right, because that's right, we took it over. They didn't punt. Yeah, good call. So why don't you go for it every time?
Well, yeah.
Anyway. So anyway, my fun story about the rain. There was a game against Banks here 5-6 years ago, and it was coming down 3 different ways of sideways. the light towers were shaking, and I was helping with the broadcast, and I remember the lights flickering, and we lost power a couple times. It was one of the worst nights I've ever seen down here for a football game. Just a wet, muddy mess with no mud at CMH. But it was wet. So Astoria takes over at the inch line from their own end zone. They're going to hand it off. Luke Cummings is going to drive forward for about 6 yards, get it out of the shadow of the end zone, as they say. So nice little goal line stand by Astoria. Great tip drill by Banks, just not enough to get in the end zone. 5 minutes left in the third quarter. Astoria up 30-6. Well, I wonder if, Banks had to come here on Friday because their field was not playable.
Yucky.
They're going to Valley Catholic this week. I wonder if they're going to ever get it dried out enough to even have a home game there.
Hopefully for their sake they do.
They're going to be the Road Warriors. That snapped. Oh, geez. That's trouble.
It's still bouncing.
It still gets picked up.
Who picked that up?
I was just going to try to find that number. So the ball is snapped, but it doesn't really go in the air. It kind of rolls to the quarterback. He lunges for it. It's knocked over by a Banks guy, and is that Fromweiler who came running over from somewhere else and picked it up? That was a heck of a play. It's like a short one hopper to the second baseman. So that'll bring up, should be third down. Officials are talking about what we're going to do here. Just trying to figure out what's going on. Got one guy shooting the basketball with the football. And officials.
Apparently there was a penalty flag in there somewhere.
Oh, okay.
Whatever it was, they declined it.
Yeah, well, I would too, because the ball's going to be like the 1 yard line.
Well, but they're giving it to him at the 6.
Okay, I'm confused. So Banks declined the penalty, and we got 5 yards. Am I right?
I don't know.
I like it. We should have Banks decline the penalty more often. Now it's at the 3.
Yeah.
All right, so maybe that's where it should have been. Anyway, it's third and about 7. That ball's going to get harder and harder to hold on to. So we got a nice little run over the 5 yard line for a couple. Teague Palmberg takes that.
Now this is where you're glad you're not actually having to punt.
Yeah, isn't that the truth? You want to punt down there as wet as it is, and
no worry about snapping this one out of the back of the end zone.
No, but the only thing you're going to have 35 yards from the 5, and they're going to have the ball about the 40, right?
Yeah.
So the Banks guys are going to go clear to the side. They might want to just stop because I don't think you have to go that far. But you're right. You probably wouldn't have got a 35-yard punt. Yeah, we can get about the 47. So you probably wouldn't have got a 35-yard punt.
Heard it, yeah.
Well, Banks
42
takes back over the ball with 3:15 in the third. And I'm guessing the way that rain's coming down, it's going to probably be a little sloppy the remainder of the game.
Yeah, it's going to be slick.
Going to drop back to pass. And somehow his wide receiver ended up behind our guys on the bench. I'm not sure how he got there. Falls incomplete. So 16 was out on his route. And I'm not sure what happened. So bring up second down and 10 for Banks. And they're right at that pole right out our window. We have the best view of this pole. So it's going to be
always there.
It's a little tough to see around. We'll see how we do here. He's going to drop back the pass, and he's going to go deep. Got a guy out there. Unfortunately, there was a couple guys out there, and they brought Astoria guys with them and knocked the ball incomplete. That route had too many guys in that same spot. So it brings up 3rd and 10. I think the crowd's falling asleep on us. It's dang quiet out that window. I think we're more at practice than a game. It's like, woo, okay, here we go. Going to have a reverse.
Oh.
Will Hoffman missed the tackle, stays in pursuit, and his teammates finish it up 5 yards down the field on the reverse.
Yeah, it's tough with this atmosphere to stay into it sometimes. I find myself daydreaming.
Yep.
I was looking at the chat, and Jamar had mentioned that he doesn't think they'll probably get to play a game on their home field this year. And I remembered all the way back to, oh my word, it'd been about 1990 when I was playing JV football. And I remember distinctly playing a JV game on Banks's field, and it was a sloppy, mucky mess.
Yeah.
I think it's got a little bit of a history of that.
Yeah, and it's usually in the fall when it can at least dry out a little bit. This winter stuff, it's pretty nasty. Banks looking to throw on 4th down. He's going to go deep again, and it's knocked away by Ting Palmberg on 4th down.
In there.
Yep. So Astoria will take over. Ball will stay right where it's at this time. So no punt. It's just switching possessions. 30-6. Astoria up with 2 minutes and 4 seconds left in the 3rd quarter. Well, and why would Banks play at home? Because this is a strange year of strange years when, as we talked about Friday, it's 500 some days since a football game for the varsity, and it's baseball season, and why would you get to play a home football game in March? Come on. There is nothing normal about what's going on.
So I'm still old school. Football should be played on grass anyway.
Yeah. Little sidearm toss. Nico needs to put a little more zing, a little more zap on that. Throws it out to Luke, but short for the incomplete pass. Every time they have an incomplete pass, that clock stops.
I know.
I'm not liking that one tonight. Nikos tries to set up a screen. Instead, he throws it to Banks. We got him trying it again. I like this. Ball comes out late, but the whistle had already blown. So the ball is intercepted.
Tristan saddled him up and rode him for about 10.
He did. That turf is wet, so he's just going to slide along. Nice hands by the Banks kid, though, because that ball isn't meant for you, and it's coming in right there when you don't expect it. Makes the interception.
I know they just put those plays in here the other day.
It kind of looked like it.
Put a few screenplays in there. I made the comment to Coach Lingstad this morning that, man, it should be nice to see a few screen passes now and then. And he said, we just put some in. So,
well, good for them.
Apparently we're
good
still
for them.
ironing out some wrinkles.
Go back and put it in again. Banks takes over. 1st and goal. Ouch, and that is going nowhere quick as Will Hoffman blows that up in the backfield for a big loss.
Strong kid.
Strong kid. He was all over that. So that'll make it 2nd and goal from the 16 with a minute left here in the 3rd quarter. And the rain has slowed way down. Probably warmed up a good degree from it. Banks looking to throw. Going to go deep to the corner of the end zone and caught.
Caught right behind the pole.
Use that pole as a defender. Is that how he got open?
Yep.
Behind him. Garrett Hillard almost tipped it away, but just out of his reach and falls into the hands of the wide receiver for Banks for a touchdown. So Banks back on the board, making it 12-30 as they prepare to go for two. I didn't expect to see so much passing.
No, I really thought that both sides would run the ball a lot more. I get it with Banks's position here, being down by a couple.
Going to throw for the 2-point conversion. Knocked away as it hits into the end zone. So it keeps the score 30-12 with 42 seconds left in the third quarter as we near the end of the third.
Yeah, we're entering that stretch of year where if you don't like the weather, just wait 10 minutes.
That's the way it was yesterday. It was sunny and hail and rain. Sun came back out.
Yeah, the way the day started, I thought it'd be miserable, and then I ended up working outside the rest of the day.
It got nice.
Quite nice.
Yeah, sun came out. It was nice. We had a good 2 inches of hail sitting in my place.
I did too.
It was just crazy. Watching out the back deck of our house, it was coming down two different directions, like the rain would do, but not usually the hail. All right, so Astoria takes over. Back up here at the 25. If you blinked, you missed the kickoff. Going to hand it off. We had a new guy in the backfield, a quarterback, looked like Fromweiler back there handling the duties. Trying to trick us up here. First down. Starting to get a couple guys dinged up. Austin Brown comes back off holding his hand. He's a little dinged up there.
Well, I imagine those fingers are getting a little numb and cold. You get stepped on or
helmet,
hit a face mask or anything. It's going to sting.
It's going to hurt. So Conley stays in at quarterback. Nico out wide as a wide receiver. Whoops. The fake handoff in the backfield. He's going to take it himself and lose a couple. Conley turned to go one direction, and running back went the opposite. Wasn't there for the handoff. End of the quarter. 30-12. We'll be back here on Thursday as the girls varsity soccer takes on Seaside here at CMH at 6 o'clock, and that'll be broadcast on the Astoria Ford YouTube channel. And then Friday night Lights with Tillamook making the trip up. Kickoff set for 7 o'clock here at CMH. At home this week, the girls volleyball has Rainier, and that's Thursday at 5:30 at Astoria High School. And that will be broadcast on the Astoria School District YouTube channel. So anything out of the gym goes on to the Astoria YouTube channel, and anything here at CMH goes on the Astoria Ford YouTube channel. And you won't have to listen to us call soccer because we just really don't know what we're doing when it comes to soccer. So we just make sure the broadcast runs. The girls probably appreciate that anyway. Mm-hmm. Don't need to hear from us. Former Astoria football player brings his Tillamook football team up here. Here we go. Astoria with the ball. Conley's going to keep it. Doesn't pitch it. Gets just past the original line of scrimmage. That scoreboard is doing all kinds of funky things.
Yeah, it's not right.
Nope, those lights come off and on.
I think there's some water getting in somewhere doing some strange
Makes you wonder.
things.
I've never seen a countdown and the whole thing just went off.
There it goes. Told you.
Yep. Told you. And it's coming off and on. Anyway.
Oh, it's coming back.
It's
still running. Didn't
even miss a beat. Oh, goodness. Conley's going to pitch it out to Palmberg coming our way. It's going to bring up 4th down. So, I mean, the stands wanted to hold, but didn't happen. So, we're going to march it off 35 yards on the punt, and Banks will take over on offense, having just scored last time they had it. So Banks ball at the 24, 23. 8:21 in the 4th. See if they can build on that momentum they had from their last drive. Quarterback's going to roll to that far side. He's not going to get too far. Flag comes in at the end of the play as he is driven back for a loss at about the 15-yard line. So we'll see what that penalty is going to bring up. Hasn't been a lot of flags in this
call
game.
A horse collar tackle?
That's what I was wondering. Yep. Oh, face mask.
Face mask.
So that'll negate that nice play for a loss.
There weren't enough Banks jerseys around for it to be a holding.
Well, that's kind of what, yeah. Just waiting to see what we're going to get.
They caught him from behind, so I was thinking, horse collar.
So we should march some yards off on that. Not sure we did that right because I don't think you're supposed to take it from where the play ended, isn't it? Just from the line of scrimmage. But I don't know. I'm not going to worry about it. Regardless of what I think, so the officials have it first and 2. Yeah.
After a 15-yard.
Yeah. See, it's usually I thought it was just back from the line of scrimmage because the personal foul on the play didn't have it. But well, it doesn't matter. Banks ball, 1st down. Going to roll out, wants to throw it. Better get it out of there. Does.
No.
Out of bounds.
Just
nice catch, but just a little out of bounds.
If he's 6 foot, he needed to be 6'2" to keep those feet in bounds.
And you see that a lot, those young quarterbacks, they're rolling, and as their body's going, they're going to throw it just a little bit too far over and not get set. It's going to bring up 2nd down in a couple. Notice the pace has slowed down too, both sides. I think the boys are starting to get a little tired.
A little tired and cold. And
cold,
wet.
Tired, and hungry. Going to hand it off.
A
little bit of room up the middle.
Nice job.
At least it sure looked like it.
And Nico did a nice job of reaching out and grabbing him. Yeah. He had a lot of room to run.
Closed up quick. Still got the 1st down. Good run to pick it up. Looked like there's a bigger hole there than what it ended up being. Banks with the 1st down at the 32. A lot of clock running here. Going to throw it over the middle. Ooh, nice little trick play, and it's going to work. Banks is going to take it down to about the 16, 17-yard line on that little hook and ladder type play. Well designed and ran to perfection, so a big gain. Put Banks in Nice spot down about 16-yard line. Going to look to throw it again. He's going to get buried this time. Astoria brought some pressure.
Yep. Teague Palmberg, he got in there quick.
He did. Him and Luke Cummings both. No messing around on that one for a big loss.
And sorry you folks at home didn't get to see it.
We have to talk to the cameraman.
I neglected my camera duties.
Tell you. Can train them all
I'm not
you
used
want.
to having to do it, and
we get busy watching the game. It's like, oh yeah,
these frogs are lulling me to sleep too.
It's past our bedtime. 6 minutes left in the fourth quarter. I'm not sure you can just throw your thing back there, but I guess there. I was gonna say,
he's gonna go get it.
It's like, come on, that might not be the best.
It usually works with a towel, but that looks a little big and clunky.
Yeah, it does.
What is that?
I'm not sure. Don't know where it came from. There's a couple.
Oh, it's a brace of some kind. Yeah, towel I think you can get away with, but
somebody lands on that,
not your body armor.
Might not be good. So we clean up the stuff on the field. Right back to it. Pressure comes up the middle. Passes off though. Catch is made. Tackle at about the 15. Got back to almost the original line of scrimmage. Clock continues to run with 5:25 in the fourth quarter. Astoria up 30-12. Keep staying this cold. I'm not too excited about taking our show on the road for a Friday night game.
No, we're gonna lose our
we don't get heated booths.
That's gonna be a while though, is it not?
It's not this week, but next week we'd have to go to Milwaukee, and I don't know what kind of facilities they have. All right, here we go. 3rd and a long 9.
Oof.
And that is not going anywhere as Sven Johnson blows that one up this time. Goes backwards about 4 or 5 yards.
4th down?
4th down. No reason to not go for it at this spot. High school kids come back and middle school kids come back to school this week.
That's a good thing.
We'll have all 4 schools with kids back in person. So big 4th down here. Keep Banks from getting another touchdown on the board. Good snap. Quarterback sitting back in shotgun. He's going to air one out. And it's caught into the end zone for a touchdown as the defender takes a swipe at it and misses. Nice catch. So on 4th and a whole lot, Banks puts up 6 more.
That's frustrating.
Yeah, it is.
4th and forever, and you give up 6.
I'm not sure how we didn't knock that one down, but we didn't, and they made us pay. So we wait for Banks to go for the 2-point conversion. They trail by 12 points. Banks in shotgun, going to roll out our side. Now go back the other way. And there's nowhere to go. Gets dropped there by a host of fishermen. to keep it 30-18 with 3:53 in the fourth quarter. So Astoria should take over at the 25. First down. Needing to move the ball a little bit and let that clock run. That was a good time to keep it on the ground.
Run the football, pick up a few first downs.
Call it good.
Just about do it.
Call it a night. And we'll see if they listen to us here as they come out on offense. Nico turns and hands it off. Pick up of a couple. This clock continues to run. Second down and about 8.
See, Nico's back at quarterback.
Yeah. Banks substituting here right before the snap. Going to get their guy off the field in time. Sitting at 3 minutes on that. Pitch goes out to, looks like Palmberg. Palmberg's going to pick up a couple, and then a flag comes flying in at the end of the play.
Yeah, it's usually in the holding area. When the white hat throws it from way behind the play, that's usually what he saw.
He's going to back it up 10 yards. So costly penalty on Astoria. Make it second and about 15 as the clock starts back up.
I think I keep running it.
Yeah, I would too. Handoff goes nowhere. I think Banks was thinking handing off too.
Like I said, probably should throw one up here.
Yeah, I don't know what you were thinking of running when Banks is thinking run and stack the box on you.
But the clock's moving. That's the important part right now.
Yes, it is. So nice play by Banks in the backfield. Makes it third and about 20. Probably wouldn't be a good time to go back to that screen game that they've been working on. Let them come in. Let them bring it. Bring it. Minute 53 left on the clock.
I'll put it in the air now.
Astoria up 30-18. We've spread it wide, so I think we're going to. Whistle blows, but we keep on playing. So a little pass out to about the 17, which is not nearly enough. I thought I heard a whistle.
I heard something.
And now we got timeout Banks. Must have been an inadvertent whistle because I heard a whistle.
Yeah. Well, you got a punt, don't you? Take the 35.
I would say yes.
I mean, you're fourth and
a mile.
17.
The poor guy doing the sticks over there. He's getting cold and tired over there. Now he's got first down.
Yeah, I think he's anticipating the punt.
I hope so.
Well, now
it's third
officials
down.
made him say third down.
Are we going to redo that because that whistle blew?
Oh, maybe.
We don't know. I mean, that'd be the right thing, dude, because there was a whistle.
Huh.
I have no idea.
Wouldn't they have to put some time back on the clock?
Yes.
Because then that play didn't happen.
And not to mention, that's not where the ball was. That's after we completed a pass and came forward a couple yards. So I don't know. I got nothing. Because if it did count, then it should be 4th down, and we're just going to punt and move it up 35. If I'm the Banks coach and we're replaying, I'm asking for those 10 seconds back
10
or whatever it was.
seconds back, and
yeah, I have a feeling we're just replaying 3rd down.
I guess so.
All right, here we go. We're going to pitch it out our way to Palmberg, and he's going to cut it back up the middle, close to the original line of scrimmage of the 25. And now it's 4th down. Yep. So 4th down. The only bad part about doing it this way, too, is that clock just continues to run. So at least with the punt, the clock's going to stop for you. That clock's going to be a... And now they're going to finally move it. So we're wasting a lot of time.
Yeah, the clock's going to tick while we...
Yeah, while the officials don't realize what's going on. There's a lot of time being wasted.
Yeah, they've been doing that all night, letting it run while they move the ball down.
And, that's fine by me because it's getting late.
Can you
it's
not
cold.
call a timeout right now?
I'm not sure how many he has. By the time they actually get set up, they're not going to have time for a play anyway. And then we stop the clock. So somehow now this clock stopped.
Do they do a certain... I don't know.
I don't understand.
Maybe they just take off a certain amount of time.
Maybe.
Just like there was a kick.
I don't know. Banks has the ball out at about the 33. 40 seconds left. Trailing 30-18. Going to look to throw. Going to air it out to the sideline. Incomplete. 8 seconds on the clock off. Second and 10 for Banks Braves as they come back up to the line of scrimmage. Story's going to bring a little pressure. Pass is complete. Gain of about 3. Clock continues to run. Banks hustles to get in a huddle. I'm not sure I'd be bothering to get in a huddle. Get to the line of scrimmage.
Might have run that hook and ladder again.
Yeah.
To the other side. One more
I
roll.
thought right there maybe that young man looked like he was trying to pitch it, and I wasn't so sure they hadn't tried it again. It's going to be the last play of the game. 4, 3, 2. Here comes the horn. And it's incomplete, out of bounds. Anticlimactic, as that will do it. We will see you Friday night.